All right, let's dive into something pretty fascinating today. Can Himachal Pradesh really become the next Switzerland? It's a bold idea, right?
Definitely ambitious.
Our sources today, they lay out this plan to transform Himachal Pradesh, this incredible plan to make it a tourism powerhouse.
It really is. The goal is to take tourism revenue, boost it from 18,600 CR to 45,000 CR annually by 2034.
Yeah, that's not just a boost, that's like, whoa.
It's a transformation.
We're talking about almost doubling per capita income and creating 8 lakh new jobs.
Yeah.
And I think what I find most fascinating is that this plan goes beyond just these broad strokes.
Right.
It gets really granular, talking about each district, how each one can contribute to this vision.
What's impressive to me is how the plan actually uses the strengths of each district, and identifies how they can develop strategically.
Right, it's not like a cookie-cutter approach.
It's not one size fits all.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit. You mentioned that Himachal Pradesh already has some things in common with Switzerland. What are those? What are we talking about here?
Well, you think about it. You've got the Himalayas, the snow-capped peaks, and then you've got the lush green valleys, crisp mountain air.
Yeah.
Those draw people to Switzerland, and guess what? Himachal Pradesh has all of that.
It does.
In abundance. But there are some big gaps that Himachal Pradesh needs to bridge to really get on that global stage.
I'm guessing infrastructure's got to be one of them.
Definitely.
Switzerland's known for its transportation system, so efficient.
Yes. High-speed trains, well-maintained roads, you've got cable cars, and then they have these strategically placed airports.
Right.
That's something Himachal Pradesh would have to invest heavily in.
It's bringing Swiss efficiency to the Himalayas. I love it. What else stands out?
Accommodation. Switzerland has a huge range of options. You can get a cozy guest house. You can go all the way up to a 5-star resort.
Yeah.
Himachal Pradesh would need to develop something similar, especially in that mid-tier and luxury segment, to get all those different tourists.
So it's not just getting people there, it's making sure they've got a good place to stay when they arrive.
Yes.
What about the types of experiences?
That's key. Switzerland is known for so much. You can ski, snowboard in the Alps,
right.
Explore medieval towns, indulge in cuisine.
World-class cuisine.
Yeah. Himachal Pradesh needs that kind of portfolio. They need to go beyond just the scenic beauty.
Okay. So how could they diversify? What are we thinking here?
Winter sports. Switzerland, it's a winter wonderland. People come from all over to ski and snowboard.
Yeah.
Himachal Pradesh, they could do that too. Develop resorts in Kufri and Solang. Extend the tourist season beyond those summer months.
Right, because right now it's very seasonal, right?
Exactly.
Okay. And then you've got the cultural side too. Himachal Pradesh has this rich cultural heritage. Temples, festivals, crafts, all things that could draw in people who are looking for more than just, a pretty view.
Yeah, Switzerland has its own attractions. But Himachal Pradesh, that tapestry they have is really unique. It's different from what a lot of tourists are used to.
Okay, so we've talked about what they share, what's different. Let's get to the heart of this plan.
Okay.
What are the key strategies here?
The plan outlines 10 of them. What's interesting is that it's not just about getting tourists there.
Right.
It's about creating a sustainable industry, something responsible that actually helps those local communities.
So what does that look like? What's an example?
Well, one thing is world-class infrastructure, like we talked about. It's important to make Himachal Pradesh accessible.
To those international tourists.
But it has to be done sustainably, using renewable energy, having environmental regulations to protect the environment.
Right. So not just building more, building smarter.
Exactly.
What about those high-spending tourists? Switzerland's really good at attracting them.
Right. The plan knows that high-end tourism can be a benefit, but it has to be responsible. Luxury experiences that showcase the beauty, the heritage, without compromising the region.
So I'm thinking like eco-friendly resorts up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Luxurious.
Yeah.
But they're minimizing their footprint.
Yeah. Or you could have these curated tours, taking people to these historical sites, these temples, to give them a glimpse into Himachal Pradesh's history and tradition.
It's got to be both luxurious and authentic.
Yeah.
What about the budget travelers? The backpackers, they're looking for adventure, cultural immersion. What about them?
The plan doesn't forget them. It talks about homestays, budget-friendly accommodations, especially in those rural areas. Let travelers connect with the local communities, get that authentic charm.
So a range of offerings.
To cater to everyone. And that diversity, that's key.
Yeah.
To make sure that everybody benefits from tourism, not just a few spots.
This is a well-thought-out plan. But what about the government? What's their role in all of this?
The plan stresses that the government has to support this. They need to provide incentives for private investment.
Okay.
They need to market and promote Himachal Pradesh, get it out there as a global destination.
So those campaigns we were talking about.
Exactly. And they also have to ensure that the development, that it's responsible, it protects the environment, the culture.
It sounds like they have a pretty big role to play.
It's a team effort. The government, the private sector, and the local communities.
Okay, we've laid the groundwork.
We have.
Similarities, differences, key strategies. What I'm ready to do is, dive into each district.
Let's do it.
See what's in store. I'm particularly curious about Shimla.
Okay.
It's the capital, right? How does it fit into all of this?
Shimla could be a major hub. Heritage tourism, winter sports, even a gateway to those luxury experiences.
Okay, I'm picturing those colonial buildings turned into beautiful hotels, skiers going down the slopes in Kufri, amazing views. Lead the way.
All right. Yeah, Shimla's got that old world charm. But how about we move from the capital to a place that's all about energy and adventure?
Okay.
Manali.
Ah, yes. Nestled in the Kullu Valley.
Exactly.
So Manali, it's already a popular spot, especially for adventure seekers.
Right.
So how does this plan, how does it take that to the next level? What makes it different from just any other adventure tourism destination?
It's about taking what they already offer and making it even better. You know, they're known for trekking, paragliding,
Right.
river rafting, and making those experiences even more accessible for a wider range of tourists.
Yeah.
Imagine ziplining
Right.
across those valleys or mountain biking through those forests.
That sounds amazing.
It is.
The plan also mentions attracting digital nomads.
Yes.
How does that fit in with all the adventure stuff?
That's where it gets really cool. The idea is to create co-working spaces
Okay.
with those incredible views, high-speed internet, and then co-living communities, specifically designed for remote workers.
So you can work and then go on an adventure.
Yeah, exactly. Blend work and leisure,
Yes.
attract those travelers who are looking for something different, a change of pace, a more immersive experience.
It could really help Manali's economy too. Move beyond just the seasonal stuff.
Exactly. Okay, so from the energy of Manali, let's shift to a different kind of energy, to a place where people seek peace, spiritual enlightenment.
Okay.
Dharamshala.
Dharamshala. Home to the Dalai Lama, the Tibetan community. Already a big destination for those spiritual seekers.
Yes.
So how does it see Dharamshala becoming a global spiritual hub?
It's about making the infrastructure better, creating these new experiences to cater to, a wider range of interests.
Okay.
Imagine going on a meditation retreat led by a really famous teacher.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you could have workshops on philosophy, art.
It's about taking that spiritual immersion even deeper.
The plan also talks about developing Kangra. The district where Dharamshala is located, they want to make it a hub for medical tourism
Interesting.
with a focus on Ayurveda, alternative medicine. So you can picture these Ayurvedic centers
Yeah.
nestled in the hills, offering traditional treatments, but with modern comforts.
Combining the ancient with the modern. I like that.
It could bring in a whole new kind of traveler, people looking for wellness.
Okay, from the serenity of Dharamshala, let's go to a place that's completely different.
Okay.
Lahaul-Spiti.
Ah, yes. Lahaul-Spiti is all about beauty, stark beauty, and adventure. High-altitude tourism is what the plan focuses on there.
Okay.
For those experienced trekkers and adventurers, challenging trails, leading to monasteries that are just perched on cliffs,
Wow.
and expeditions to those remote peaks for those incredible views.
Pushing the boundaries of adventure tourism.
Yes. And there's also the potential for winter sports,
Oh, wow. Okay.
ice climbing, snowshoeing, even heli skiing.
Wow. Going down those untouched slopes, surrounded by those peaks.
Exactly. But there's also the environmental side. That's important. Yeah, I was going to say, Lahaul-Spiti, it's so remote and fragile. How do they balance that with all of this development? The plan's all about sustainability,
Yeah.
strict regulations, waste management, and those accommodations have to be eco-friendly.
Minimizing that impact.
Yeah,
They-
while still allowing people to experience the beauty of that region.
This plan is impressive. Really
And-
thoughtful.
It is.
Okay, so from those high-altitude adventures in Lahaul-Spiti, let's go to Chambier,
Okay.
known for its heritage and rural charm. What kind of transformation are we looking at there?
Chambier is all about showcasing the culture of Himachal Pradesh.
Oh.
So the plan focuses on promoting those historical treasures, like the Buri Singh Museum,
Okay.
which has this amazing collection of art and artifacts.
It's about preserving the region's history and traditions. What about those handicrafts, those intricate rumels?
Yes. Those rumels, those embroidered handkerchiefs, they're really special. They've been passed down for generations. The plan wants to support those local artisans, promote those crafts,
Right.
create jobs for the community, and help preserve those traditions.
It's about making sure the people who make the region special, they benefit from tourism.
Okay, let's go to Bilaspur. Beautiful lake, the Bakranangal Dam. What's in store there?
Bilaspur is all about water and adventure. They want to turn Gobind Sagar Lake into a water sports haven.
Okay.
You could sail, kayak,
Yeah.
maybe try windsurfing.
Tapping into the lake's potential.
Yeah, create a place for families, adventure seekers.
Dam, too. That's a pretty big attraction.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The plan suggests making it part of regional pilgrimage circuits.
Okay.
So you could have these pathways to temples, shrines, with views of the dam.
Combining engineering and spirituality, that's unique.
It is.
Okay, let's journey to Mandi now, often called Chotikashi,
Mm-hmm.
because of all the temples. What kind of experience is being imagined for Mandi? Mandi is all about embracing that Chotikashi branding, bringing in those spiritual travelers.
Okay.
The plan talks about temple tours that show off the architecture, the history.
Sharing those stories, the
Right.
heart of Hinduism.
Exactly. But they also want to develop eco-retreats around Rewalsar Lake.
That seems a bit different from the temple tourism.
It's about offering variety, peaceful retreats in the hills,
Mm-hmm.
yoga, meditation, Ayurvedic treatments,
Hmm.
chance to connect with nature.
It's a sanctuary for people who need a break from the city.
Exactly.
All right, Kinnar is next. Known for those apple orchards in the mountains.
Mhm.
What's the plan for Kinnar?
Kinnar is about embracing nature, showing off that raw beauty of the Himalayas. They want to promote adventure tourism.
Okay.
They've got challenging trekking routes, amazing landscapes, so you can picture trekking to the Kinnar Kailash Peak, or exploring those hidden trails, finding waterfalls, untouched valleys.
Sounds amazing. What about those apple orchards? They're pretty famous.
They are, and they want to develop agro-tourism around them. Stay in farmhouses surrounded by apple trees. Wake up to the blossoms. Learn about how they grow the fruit.
The unique way to experience rural life. All right, Sulan. It seems like a blend of tradition and modernity.
It is. And the plan wants to mix those elements together. They want to promote agro-tourism there.
All right.
Show off the mushroom farms, the vineyards. So you could walk through vineyards, learn about winemaking, taste the local wines.
Bringing a bit of Italy to the Himalayas?
Exactly. But they also want to showcase Parwanu as a heritage site.
Okay. How does that fit in?
Well, Parwanu was an industrial center during the British era. They want to develop it, offer guided tours of the factories and estates.
So it's showing, like, the evolution of the region.
Exactly, combining history and tourism.
I like it. Hamirpur is next. Temples, festivals, serene landscapes. What's the plan have in store for Hamirpur?
Hamirpur is all about the local culture. They want to develop pilgrimage routes to the temples
Okay.
for those seeking a spiritual experience, and they also want to promote the local festivals.
Okay, how would they do that?
Imagine experiencing the energy of these festivals, those traditional dances and rituals. It's immersive,
Yeah, showcasing that authentic side of the culture. Okay, finally, Una. It's a gateway to Himachal Pradesh.
It is. And they want to make it a smooth experience for travelers, enhance that entry point.
Okay.
They're focused on improving the pilgrimage to the Nayana Devi temple. So that means better facilities, signs, guides to help the pilgrims.
Making it a comfortable journey.
Yeah. They also want to develop Una as a transportation hub, make it easier for people to get to other places in Himachal Pradesh.
So it's all connected, like good transportation links, information centers, comfortable places to wait.
Exactly. A seamless transition. So their journey starts off right.
Wow, we've covered a lot. Each district has a part to play in this vision. It's not just about individual places, though. It's how they all fit together.
It is, and that's where the government comes in. They need to provide that infrastructure, the funding, the support to make it all happen.
A massive undertaking. But if they pull it off...
It could be amazing. Transform Himachal Pradesh into a top-tier destination.
Yeah. But there are questions, too.
Of course.
What about the impact on the communities, the environment? How do they make sure it's sustainable? that everyone benefits.
That's the real test, right?
It is. And I think that's a good point to move on to the next part. We can delve into the government's role, the budget, those challenges and opportunities. We've looked at the vision for each district, how it all ties together, this ambitious plan for Himachal Pradesh. But as you said, there are those big questions about how this actually works. Let's start with the government. They're kind of the ones in charge of the money, right?
Absolutely. The sources we've got, they lay out a budget. And it's a big one, 40% for infrastructure development.
Wow, 40%. That's serious. What will that money be used for? We talk about trains, airports, roads. What are the big things?
The focus is on improving how people get around, for tourists and for the people living there. New tunnels cutting through those mountains, making travel faster, safer, upgrading roads, connecting villages to towns, and of course expanding broadband internet, even in remote areas.
It's about laying the groundwork for growth. For everyone, not just in those touristy areas.
Exactly.
Okay, so 40% for infrastructure, that leaves 60%. What's next?
Marketing. 20% of the budget goes to letting the world know about Himachal Pradesh.
Okay.
It's not just a few ads, it's a whole strategy, using all sorts of platforms. Social media, travel magazines, you name it.
I can already picture those ads. The mountains, the lakes.
Those ancient monasteries, the festivals, the colors.
But it's got to be more than just pretty pictures, right?
Right. It's about showcasing what makes Himachal Pradesh special. The adventure, the spirituality, the culture.
It's for those travelers who are looking for something different, more than just a regular vacation.
They want to connect with nature, explore traditions, experience a different way of life.
It's about authenticity. Okay,
Yeah.
we've got infrastructure, we've got marketing. What about the rest of the budget?
Well, 20% goes to helping local businesses, especially ones owned by the communities.
So like if someone wants to open a homestay, a restaurant, a trekking company.
Exactly. The plan is to help them financially so they can be part of this tourism boom.
Yeah.
Benefit directly.
It's making tourism work for the people.
That's the idea, to make sure everyone benefits.
Okay, so that's 80% of the budget. What about the last 20%?
That's split. Half for education and training, half for protecting the environment.
I like that.
So 10% to equip people with skills, hospitality training, language courses, things for tour guides, and then 10% to protect Himachal Pradesh's natural beauty.
So this could mean investing in renewable energy, strict rules about waste, protecting those landscapes.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between growing the economy and being responsible, making sure tourism is sustainable for the long term.
Okay, so there's the budget. 40% infrastructure, 20% marketing, 20% for local businesses, and 20% for education and the environment. It's comprehensive. But let's think about the listener for a second. Why should they care about this? About Himachal Pradesh wanting to be like Switzerland?
That's a good question. Well, first, it's a story of transformation. It's a region that's saying we can create a better future. They're embracing change while still holding on to what makes them special. The nature, the culture, the people.
It's a story of hope, that even with all the problems in the world, positive change is possible.
Exactly. And for people who love to travel, this is something to watch. It's a destination that's going to offer something truly unique. Imagine exploring those monasteries, trekking through those forests, or just relaxing in a village, surrounded by peace and quiet.
It's about beauty, it's about culture, it's about connecting with a place, creating those memories that stay with you.
And it's about doing it sustainably. This is a model for other places, showing how to grow without harming the environment or the people.
So as we wrap up, I'm left feeling really excited about this plan. It's ambitious, it's thoughtful. It reminds me that sometimes the greatest journeys start with a big dream.
They do.
And a commitment to making it happen.
Exactly. And it leaves us with a question for you, the listener. What happens to a place's culture when tourism booms?
How will it change the traditions, the way of life, the very fabric of Himachal Pradesh? It's something to think about as this story unfolds.
Thanks for joining us.